as a representative of the Ministry of Environment and Forestry in the Government of India, as a representative of the Government of India in Geneva and many other European unions, I was involved in many of the acts and conventions. And that is maybe the reason for me to be included in this session. I am basically a malacologist. Malacology is the science of subject, science in dealing with mollusk shells. If you asked me to speak on a Shankabhasma, I could have spoken for 1 hour on Shankabhasma, but I have to speak on the subject like plant science, which is new to me also. Well, the first and foremost thing that I want to make it very clear to all of you is, I have included 2 important subjects here. One is known as the acts and the other one is known as the conventions. You may ask me a question that what is an act and what is a convention? The first thing, the basic thing one has to learn about the act and convention. Act is a legislation passed by the parliament with a 2/3 majority. For example, we have Wildlife Protection Act, Environment Act, Biodiversity Act. All acts are passed by the parliament. That means a piece of legislation is forwarded into the parliament, that is approved by the parliament, then goes to Rajya Sabha, and there also it is approved. If it is not approved, again it comes back to the parliament, then again approved, goes to the president, and president will put a signature. Once the president put a signature, it is coming in the form of a gazette notification. That is what we call as an act. Whereas a convention is some sort of an understanding, some sort of an adjustment, some mutual understanding between the one country to other country. For example, let us have, we will have an understanding between India and Nepal. So there are 2 countries are involved. So we call it as a bilateral agreement. If there are 3 countries, trilateral. If there are many countries, multilateral. So I just wanted to tell you, way back in 1992, 150 countries participated in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. 150 countries participated in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. And they come to an understanding on the conservation of biodiversity or conservation of biological diversity. That is a convention. 150 countries, what we call the parties, came together, met in understanding and formed understanding that is known as the biological diversity, Convention on Biological Diversity. Similarly, we have a convention on trade, CITES. I will speak to you at a later stage. So I will be speaking on convention and biological, that is acts and convention. Now, before I go to the next subject, I just wanted to introduce you a subject known as biogeography, which deals with the evolution and the distribution of plants and animals on the earth. If you look at the entire scenario of the earth, we have nearly about 4.6 billion years of history. Earth has originated somewhere around 4.6 billion years. And between 6 billion years, 4.6 billion years, till today, we have seen the various degree of evolution of plants and animals. This is what we call as speciation. So speciation has taken place. At the same time, lot of plants and animals have got extinct. There are cases in which a mass extinction has taken place. That is one of the mass extinction. So in the entire history of the earth, there are 5 mass extinctions. You can see this one. And please believe me that during every extinction, large number of plants and animals, you can see from 95 to 75 or 76% have got extinct. So what we see today is a product of extinction. At the same time, there is a product of evolution also, or the speciation also. So this is one of the important aspects that one has to remember that one. Now we know that one, a group of animals, especially the reptiles, you remember this one, as many as 900 species of reptiles got extinct. You have seen the dinosaurs. This is what we call the mass extinction. So we have seen in the 5 extinctions have already taken place. We are in the process of the 6th extinction. So similarly, when I am speaking about the animals, I also speak of the plants also. Look at this one. Large number of plants are present in the form of fossils. So fossil extinctions are also there. you can see a large number of fossils, and many of them are cycads. So a large number of extinctions in plants and animals have taken place, and what we see today is a product of extinction and speciation. Now let us go to the next subject. Now look at this one. In the entire, for a few years, we have recorded as many as 174 species are extinct in the wild in the recent years, and 129 species and 45 are extinct in the wild also. So there are a large number of species which have gone, and this is what we call the extinction. I'll come back to it later stage. And why? Why this extinction? It is mainly because of we. That is, the human beings are responsible for the extinction. This is what we call the holocentric, or what we call a holocentric extinction, or the anthropocentric extinction. That means man is responsible. How? The rate of extinction have increased in the recent years. The rate of extinction has increased in the recent years, and that's why we call this as the Holocene or Anthropocene extinction. I'll not go into the detail much about it. So what we see today is a biodiversity crisis. There is a crisis on the entire earth. Large number of plants and animals are going to extinction. And this is mainly because of the 5 important factors. One is about the habitat loss. As all of you know about the habitat loss, how the forests have dwindled over the years. One of the examples are species coming from the other countries, alien species or the invasive alien species. The third one is we are exploiting much more than what is required, over exploitation. I will not go into the detail because it takes its own subject and it will take much of our time. And lastly, fourthly, we have got pollution, maybe a land pollution, air pollution, or a water pollution. And because of all these things, we are going to have an extinction. And lastly, the one most important in recent years is the climate change. The climate change is responsible for our extinction. So these are what we call the biodiversity crisis. And because of the biodiversity crisis, we are losing a lot of plants and animals. Now look at this one. I just wanted to tell you about the plants diversity also. This is the latest one, 2023. As on today, I am giving the latest information as this one. You can see nearly about so many species of bacteria and the angiosperms. These are the latest figures that we have got from the Botanical Survey of India, which we produce what is known as the new discoveries every year. So this is the one. Now we speak about 1 lakh species of microbes. Where is the record? We don't have a record of 1 lakh species of microbes. People say that about 10,000 microbes are present in our own stomach. We don't have much about it. We know only about 1,288 recorded. So there is a microbial taxonomy has come into existence in recent years. It was not there at all. So this is how we have got. The most important thing that we have to know is that the angiosperms. The angiosperms is nearly about 22,214 as on June 2023. So more have been added in recent years. So you can add some more. And it may be about 22,500 species that we have got in India. Out of this 22,500 species that we have got, nearly about 10,000 species are medicinal plants. Now, I'll come back to you at the latest stage about this one. And in the world, we have nearly about 21,000 species which have been recorded as the medicinal plants. Now, once upon a time, the plants were used as a food, then it becomes spices were very important. Now, the most important thing, what we call the medicinal plants. So, medicinal plant has taken a most important aspect of it. And they are used in Siddha, all these groups, Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, Amchi, Western, and the other medicines also. All the plants have been used in various subjects like Ayush. Now, look at the economics of the medicinal plants. Look at the economics of the medicinal plant. Look at from 2015 to 2022-23, we have a record. This is the Government of India record. This is not my record. This is the official figure that has been given by the Government of India. So you can see this one. This is the turnover. $628 million export value. This is the internal consumption. It's not the internal consumption. It is the export value that we have got. So you calculate 628.25 multiplied by 85 rupees is our turnover, because $1 is almost equivalent to 85 rupees. So Natraj was asking me, why don't you give it in terms of rupees? Why not? Why you always say about dollars? So you convert into multiply by 85, you will get the amount. That is a simple definition. And look at the turnover of the entire industry. This is again the official figure. There are 2,300 crores only from the herbal medicinal industries. And other pharmaceutical industries, look at this one, 14,500 crores. So you can see the importance of the medicinal plants. Now, you can see again a jugglery of words about the importance of the medicinal plants in terms of the amount, 330.18 million worth of herbs, and the growth is about 14.22% compared with the previous year. This is the value of the medicinal plants. And export value of the medicinal herbs, $456.12 million. So you can imagine the importance of the medicinal plants. Not only that one, there are large number of papers, as many as 1,800 papers in 1 year has come throughout the world. Maybe local, maybe international or national papers have come out. So you can see the importance of the medicinal plants in the recent years. Friends, not only that one, we have an agency known as National Biodiversity Authority. I'm a member of National Biodiversity Authority. Even today also, you can see the amount of money that they have received as a compensation, royalty. 148.63 crores they have received the royalty from the various medicinal users. So this is how the medicinal plants have become a very important subject in recent years. Look at 95% of the medicinal plants used in herbal industries. Out of 10,000, about 95% are used. And there are various figures. 800 medicinal plants have been used. Some say 10,000. So it is only a guesswork from 8,000 to 10,000. I can't say that one exactly the number. It may be between 800 to 8,000 to 10,000 medicinal plants have been used. So I cannot give you the exact figure about this one. Now look at the requirement. Since I am a member of the Biodiversity Authority, I have signed an agreement in which I will not reveal many things. I'm not supposed to reveal many things. So that is the reason I am not telling you the company which sought this requirement. I'm again telling you, those of you who are in the news or in the what we call as media also, I'm not revealing the company's name. I'm just only telling you their requirement. Look at the requirement of serpentine, sarpagandha. Look at this one. Do we have, the question I am asking you a question is, do we have so much of material in our country? Look at one company. This is the one company requiring 5,664 kgs of sarpagandha or Rauwolfia serpentiana. Do we have? Do we have? So only the adulteration. What we get today is only an adulteration. Many times we don't have so much of material at all, but we get a lot of things. So anyhow, I will not go into the detail about that one. I will not enter into any controversy also. So this is our requirement. But this is an official figure from Ayush. This is an official figure from the Ayush. Is their requirement from the various companies has been given. Some companies have not been given. Some companies has been given. Look at this one, 75,641 metric tons of their requirement. Do we have all these things? A question mark that you only have to answer for this, and I don't have answer. Now, there are various strategies of conservation. I will not go into the detail about the strategies of conservation. My previous speaker has already told you about it. This one also has been told. I will not repeat about the ex situ and in situ conservation. I will only tell you, since I am a member of the Governing Council in the Wildlife Institute of India today. And for up to 2026, I am a member of the All India government who deals with the protected area network, who deals with the country's protected area network. So I am giving you the exact figure as on today. These are the areas in which the government has protected, either in the form of national parks, or in the form of wildlife sanctuaries, or in the form of biosphere reserves, or in the various things. So I am also involved in the national, at a national level, even today, in involving many of the protected area network, their distribution, their diversity, and other things. I'm also a member, of course, though not directly. Look at this one. Many of the medicinal plants are conserved. Many of the medicinal plants are conserved through the botanical gardens. There are various, for example, if you go to this one, either our own Lal Bagh, there are many things which are conserved from times immemorial. Like that one, nearly we have as many as 122 botanical gardens where plants have been conserved. We can also see the number of plants that has been conserved. Many of them are medicinal plants. So these are some of the important things about the medicinal plants. Now, recently, there is another way of conservation at an international level. The other way of international conservation is what is called the important plant areas. We have developed, by a zoologist, I am a zoologist, we have developed not the important bird areas. We have developed one of the important bird areas based on the similar guideline. Based upon the same thing, we are developing a recent one in 2016 onwards is one of the important plant protected areas, or what we call PS, wherein plants have been conserved. So this is another one, because these are the subjects of its own. I can speak on hours together on each one, so I will not go into the details. There is another important area where conservation is taken place. That is one of the biodiversity hotspots. That means what exactly the biodiversity hotspots is, I'll tell you. There are 36 biodiversity hotspots in the world, out of which India has got 4 biodiversity hotspots. The Western Ghats, the entire Himalayan range, that is, the third one is the Indo-Burmese hotspot, and the fourth one is Sunda one. Many of your books gives you only 2, but I am telling you there are 4 hotspots in our own country. What exactly the biodiversity hotspots? There is a definition way back in 1998 and 1988 and 90, where Norman Myers has given us what are biodiversity hotspots. These are the areas of conservation, and he said that one, it covers 2.3% and a very big area, a big biogeographic region with a specific significant reservoir. That means it counts plants, animals, everything, wherein the most important is threatened and destruction. So it's going on, so we need to protect that area. This protection is taken place by the biodiversity hotspots. So this is the one among them. Now, as far as the Indian is concerned, we have AYUSH, at the same time National Medicinal Plant Board, which gives you the protection for the plants, identify the plants which are very important, and also gives a protection. So these are some of the conservation areas, conservation methodologies. In a nutshell, I'm not giving a detail about it. I'm going to look at this one, Ginkgo biloba. I was there in the United States for a long time. So I have seen wherever you go, what is known as any big store, you can see the Ginkgo biloba. It's a huge, you can see the importance of this Ginkgo biloba, how they are used in the Ginkgo biloba, which is most of them are coming from China, even though we are also producing quite a lot, but mostly coming from China. So this is one of the important aspects of the. Now, you will be surprised. Why are you bringing chilies into the, what you call it as medicinal plants? Some of you may think this fellow has become a pagal, bringing a medicinal plant into chilies. No, it is not the question of chilies, especially the Badige chili. Very famous Badige chili is from Karnataka, which was sold to 20 rupees, 30 rupees, 40 rupees a few years back. Now it has become about 400 rupees, 350 to 400 rupees, 800 rupees it went. So slightly fluctuation, depends upon the demand and theory, the demand and supply theory of the economics. Now look at this one. There's a lot. And these chilies are used for various purposes. Some of them are medicinal, some of them are non-medicinal also. Even they use it to, look at this one, the most important. They feed the poultry. Why? To become the egg yellow in color, more yellow in color, or turning towards the red color. So this is one of the important uses. Now I'm not worried about this one, but I am worried about this is the most important thing that I am thinking about it. I'm not worried about that other things. I'm worried about the chemistry of this chilies. Look at the chemistry of chilies. It gives you one of the most important things, chemical. What is this chemical? They use in lipsticks and nail polish. Most of the ladies will say that one, again he has become again against to ladies. I'm not against to ladies. I'm for ladies. But remember, these chemicals are produced in India, going to Europe, where they make a patent. Once they make a patent, the royalty will go to them, not to India, though its origin is in India. Of course, plant botanists will say medicinal plant, especially the chilies, is not from India. It is from South America. It has come, just like potato and other things. But still, this is the most important, the patent law. Patent Act is the most important. Most of our money, when you buy a lipstick and this one, the money will go to them. If you are buying for $10, $1 will go to them. That means we are losing a lot of money from our own material. So these are some of the important things that one you have to learn also. I'll go into this further. Look at this one, Garcinia. Again, you go to United States, lot of Garcinia. I have just worked upon Garcinia. I'm not a botanist. I worked upon the plant diversity of Garcinia. There are 53 species, including 2 species from Andaman and Nicobar. And most of them are in the Western Ghat, starting from Uttara Kannada down up to Kerala. And why? We are using it as what is known as souring agent. Most of us will use it as a souring agent. But this gives you a lot of material that are having a medicinal value. If you go to America, lot of Garcinia tablets, Garcinia powders are sold for a huge price of money. They don't have it. Money that is, it belongs to us, but they are getting the money. So why should not we get the money from our own product? This is the question about the medicinal plant that I'm just asking you, and you have the answer for it. Look, and another one, last month, there was a meeting. Again, I'm not revealing the company again. Revealing, this is, nobody uses here. It's sold for 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 20 rupees per kilo. Marigold, Chandu. 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 20 rupees a kilo. Do you know the product they produce? They produce a product known as lutein. And one bottle of small lutein is 2,500 rupees. This is a product. The process and the product that is the most important that you have to learn about it. From a material, an ordinary material like gold, the marigold, they are making money out of it. Why don't you earn it? Why don't you explore it? Why don't you do it? This is my question for all of you to answer. Again, I'm very simple man. I do not know personally about it because I am working upon these important aspects. This one, this is known from times immemorial in Vedic period and also. Haldi, Karkyama Langa, or Arishna in our language. Now, do you have an idea about this particular? We know from history about the Karkyama Langa. Look, these are the important aspects of the Karkyama Langa. Again, explore, Google it, find out what are the importance of the Karkyama Langa. I'll give what is one of the question to you. Put today, work about the importance of the Karkyama Langa. Most of the ladies, again, they use it for the facials. The base material for the facials is from this one. Base material that they use is from Karkyama Langa. Before it's cancer curing, another subject. Now, I wanted to tell you, way back in 1995, now I just international laws and involved in this one. Way back in 1995, this curcuma longa, which has got a chemical known as curcumin, went to America. They have patented it. They have patented it, and the patent number is here. You can Google. I'm not telling you a single lie. It is a fact that I am telling you. This is the patent number and the use of turmeric in the world wound healing. It is not known, it is known from times immemorial. If you Google it, you know from your Vedic period also that we are using this particular aspect of it. And now they have made a patent, they are earning money. Now what has happened? One of the greatest scientists ever born on the earth is none other than Professor Mashelkar. He was the Director General of Scientific and Council Research in the CSR industries. Many of you are from CSR. The greatest scientist, who is not only a scientist, he is an authority on Veda, Upanishads. He is an authority on Veda and Upanishads. What he did was, he went and filed a case in the International Court of Law. He filed a case. This gentleman has filed. He is still alive. He is from Pune. Now, I'm giving you the history of this particular aspect of it. Look, way back in 1995, a patent was granted. Way back in 96, we filed a case. We lost the case. He lost the case, but he did not lost his hope. Again, he again went to the International Court, given all the truth about this particular aspect of it, and we have won the case way back in 1998. And friends, believe me, we are earning a huge amount of money by exporting, and patent is with us. All the patents are with us, and you can see this one, the export potentiality of this one. Look at the export potentiality into the various countries. And these are the states in which they are growing the particularly curcuma longa or this one. So how international law plays a major role in determining, not only because sitting in what is known as the laboratory, working upon the various aspect of it, bioprospecting aspect of it, especially a new science has come up recently, bioprospecting. So it is good to have a bioprospecting, but at the same time, we need to look into the international level. We need to look into the money. Money is most important. Economy is most important. If we lose the economy, our own product, somebody was telling today also, Catharanthus rosea or Vinca rosea. Vinca rosea is Madagascar. But if you go to United States of America, if you go to the East Coast, especially the Pennsylvania and the New Jersey and New York, there are many of the industries depends upon this. There are 52 alkaloids from the only Vinca rosea, and many of them are cancer curing, and they have the patent. But most of the material is not from them because it's a temperate country, ours is a tropical country. So it goes from here. So they are making the money. So this is an opportunity we have. Now, another, again, I'm involved in international law or international trade. Look at this one. Many of you are very aware of it. Is Pterocarpus santalinus. Pterocarpus santalinus, you are well aware of this particular. It grows only in 3 important areas of Andhra Pradesh. The Kadapa, Kurnool, and some other areas. In that one, nowhere else. That means what we call the Eastern Ghats. Nowhere else it grows. It is an endemic plant. Again, I'm using a word known as endemic plants. A plant that is present only in that area, nowhere else, is what we call as an endemic plant. It's simple definition I'm telling you. So look at this one. We call way back in 1990 itself, this belonged to the Fabaceae family. Originally it was Leguminosae, now it is known as the Fabaceae family. Okay, this is the, so when we deal with that one, it has come under endangered category. So when we say endangered category, simply we cannot say endangered category. We have to give all the guidelines for it. Now look at the classification that we give. What are the classifications? Okay, let's go into this one. What are the English terminologies we use? What are the local terminologies we are? The regional terminologies. So this one, Rakta Chandana, normally we call it as. Now, we classify them as endangered. So most of the plants are, we say that endangered. What is meant by endangered? You have to understand what is an endangered category. I was a member of International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. That's why I could be able to tell you, I conduct a lot of training courses for animals, not for plants. Animals I conduct. So that's why I could be able to give you all this. Back in 1988, it was called endangered. Even today it is endangered because the area of distribution is most important. That is restricted to Eastern Ghat. It is native to India, Eastern Ghat. So we have to give a geographic range. When you speak endangered, you have any plant and any animal, we have to give the distribution range. So that is what we call as, it is the Eastern Ghat. Nowhere else you will get. But now, we have done a lot of other experiments. International trade has increased like anything. I'll tell you, come back to it at a later stage. Now we are growing in what we call as Gujarat now. We are cultivating them in Gujarat. We are removing them from the CITES also. I'll come to you at that, what is that. Now, what is the threat? You see, where is anti-inflammatory, anti-ulcerative, anti-hemorrhage, dysentery, so medicinal value is there. So medicinal, because of the medicinal value, we consider them as the most important medicinal plant. Now, commercially valuable. It is commercial plant. Look at this one. This is how it is. When you cut, so it is a large number of timbers are used. It is used as a timber in addition to the medicinal plant. Now, if you look at the, what is known as the Traffic India or Crime Bureau from our own Karnataka or Andhra Pradesh, a large number of confiscations are there for this particular aspect of it. Large number of confiscation, huge tons have been confiscated now. So this is one of the important aspects of it about the red sandalwood. Look at this color, the beautiful color. This one is one of the most important timber also, very cotton. Look, the most important thing, 1 kg, just like sandalwood, 1 kg will fetch you because 150 lakhs to 1 crore. And because of the cost, lot of people are taking away without knowing to the government. Illegal poaching, illegal trade is the most important aspect of it. Look at this one, 1.9 crore is a one single unit has been exported, illegally exported out of India in 2016 to 20. You can see this is what is having a legal record. How about illegal record? We don't have it. This is a legal record we have got. So this is the most important aspect of it. One has to know about it. You see a large number of people who are involved in the forestry, involved in crime bureau, or involved in confiscating many of these ones. So that's why you so give me red. So people want the color. People want the red sandalwood or this one. So we place them and this one. And I am very happy to say that one, since we are able to give a record to the international community, we could be able to give a record of what is present, what is not present, how much trading is going on, legal trade, illegal trade, everything. We have now come out from that, we can be able to export now very easily. So Honorable Minister of Environment and Forest has last month has given a statement because we are also culturing. We are also cultivating in Gujarat. So that is the reason India has wildlife ecosystem, and you can see the Ministry of Environment and Forest consequent to the amendment of the act. So every act, every convention is subject to change. I'm introducing many things here and there. So every act and conventions are subject to change. So that is how this one, and it is coming under an important convention known as CITES, Convention on International Trade of Endangered Flora and Fauna, that is known as scientist. I was a scientific authority for Government of India on scientist and represented Geneva for what is known as the elephant tusk. So we are banning elephant as on today we are banning elephant tusk. So Indian tusks are not allowed to export. Similarly, China wanted to cultivate or culture the tigers. So still we are keeping them under ban. We are not supposing ethical issues or many are there, so we are not allowing them. So that is a different issues. Now another example that I want to give you is one of our friend, many of you know who are from the CSIR units, is Professor Pushpangadan, Dr. Pushpangadan. Many of you are well aware of it. He was the director for TBGRI in Thiruvananthapuram. Normally we go on a 3 months tour, 4 months tour, 6 months tour, expeditions we go. And he was expedition to Western Ghat in a place known as Agastamalai. Many of you are known a place known as Agastamalai. So there, he used to climb. You know the climbing uphill is very difficult, climbing downhill is very easy. So he was climbing. So every meter or 10 meters he used to go, sit for some time, again climb, sit for some time, collect the plants, collect other things. And what he did was, since he was there in the regional research laboratories in Jammu, he sent this particular material because he has taken 2 fellows with him. Normally what we do when you go on a tour, survey tour, we don't go alone. We do help of a local people. We give them some money and we take the help because they are the fellows who knows much better than us, much better than knowledgeable people. So he has taken these 2 fellows with them. What these 2 fellows were doing, they were going somewhere, eating something, come back, rejuvenated, very happy and rejuvenated, without eating food also. Rejuvenation was there. Then this man got, Professor Pushpangadan got suspicion. What is this fellows are eating? And so he sent this material to regional research laboratory and found out a chemical that is the most important chemical that stimulates, that rejuvenates the body every now and then. And he made a patent about it and sold it to the market. And that was sold. Now there are a lot of legal problems, so I do not again enter into the legal problem. So he sold it in the form of a Jeevani, a drug that rejuvenates. So this is how. Now what happened? When once he has sold it to a market, a company, he gets royalty. He did not get the royalty. Government of India got the royalty. And that royalty, what they got was given to many people. Oh, I'm sorry, that's missing there. That's missing there. Oh, he got the royalty, and the royalty was given back to the community, and community development was there. This is what we call as access and benefit sharing mechanism of the what we call as the Convention on Biological Diversity. There are 3 important conventions, and look at the amount that they have got it, and that was given to the community, and they developed medicinal, what we call as the hospitals, schools, improved their what is dress material, like that the standard was improved. So what we wanted to tell you is that one, if time permits, I will go to all that. If time not permitting, I don't know, the chairman will decide my talk. Oh, okay. 5 minutes. Okay. Because I speak for 2 hours, 3 hours only, because basically I am a teacher. Teachers have got only 2 things. One, they don't have sense. They have got a very good sense, but they have got nonsense in time. Time value, they don't have time value at all. So go on speaking. So till the last bell rings, they start the subject. Like that one, I am starting the subject now only. So this is the one. Now many of the gingiberacea members, you know that one. Again, I will not go to the oleoresin. Again, members of the gingiberacea family, we are using for oleoresin. So we are earning quite a lot of money. Andrographis paniculata. Again, look at this one. They are sold in the market in the form of huge amount of money. Whereas we don't have such a material at all, but they are selling it. So there is a lot of adulterations are there. Okay, we will not enter into that again, controversy again. Now, again, I'll close at this stage because chairman has given me the timings. I will close at this one. The common thing, I am not going to tell you about my research work. Research work is something different. Neem, everybody knows neem. No one who doesn't know neem about it. Neem. Look at this neem. Various uses of neem. But now it had entered into World Trade Organization, WTO. It has patent. It is a trade. So if I am given about 2 hours time, I'll speak on this one. Otherwise, I'll speak sometime else. Now, the problem about this one, again, patent. Patent law will come into effect. Patent is not Indian. They made a patent outside. It was in Europe. The patent was in Europe. Again, we struggled for it. Again, we got a judgment in favor of India. Now we have got patent, Indian patent about the neem. So what I am telling you is the patent law. There are laws about international laws, biodiversity laws. Biodiversity rules are there. Biodiversity issues are there. So that you need to understand. That is how what my lecture was. So again, Vandana Shiva was involved in this one. So you can see this one. Vandana Shiva was involved in this particular aspect of it, the patent. Now you can see tablets, we are selling it. Other dicta. Not only that one. Look at this one. They have sold, one village in Andhra Pradesh has sold the neem and got money out of it, and they used the money for the development. 39.1 small village got 39.09 lakhs rupees. A small village is a huge amount. 39 lakhs to be maybe small for us, but for a small village, it's a huge amount of money. They made a huge amount of money, so that they are going to the biodiversity management committees. Again, I'm introducing the word biodiversity management committees. So like this one. So this is how, another example you can see. Bacillus thuringiensis, BT cotton, BT brinjal, you have got. That means you have capable of introducing another subject, namely the biotechnology. I'm a traditional taxonomist, but I'm not against the biotechnological tools that we employ for either conservation or for development of our country. So we need to use this one. You can see this one. 10 grams of soil taken out from this village. They got huge amount of money, 137 lakhs of rupees. Just small packets of 10 grams. 10 grams of soil containing a lot of BT, that's the bacteria, where they use it for biotechnological tools. That's how we have got. So you can see this one, the importance of the importance of this one. And also you can see so biopiracy is going on. Now most important thing is we have got what is known as the traditional knowledge. I'm again introducing a word known as the traditional knowledge. It is not new to us. You ask your grandparents, you ask your grandmother. They will go to a village they go to a small place, collect a small plant, apply for a wound healing. They don't come to the city for taking the medicine. So wound healing is known. So this is what we call it as, they are taking away our material. This is what is known as, because a ready-made food. That is the reason why we have got TKDL. TKDL. CSIR has introduced a word known as TKDL, Traditional Knowledge Digital Library. We have got so you Google it. And I think I'm not telling you, I'm just only putting everything in here and making this lecture, that's all. So this is how you need to do it. So there are a lot of things. I'll just end it here because my chairman has given me this one. So I can speak on hours together about this, especially how red data book, how you can classify, how you are, all this one. I would have given you all this one. So there are, when the time comes, I'll speak on an occasion like this, and I convey my sincere thanks to the organizers, Dr. Ramesh, and to all of you for giving me an opportunity to speak on an occasion. Thank you, and thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Ramakrishna ji.